general all-round session. So we're going to do a little bit of fitness, a flexibility, a little bit of jumping, and a little bit of spinning. So have your spinners ready if you have them. If you don't worry. We will do some balance exercises that will help your spins. And yeah, all that after a warm-up. So let me just get, oh yeah, let's do this. Okay, just follow along with me for the warm-up, guys. We'll get you moving. Amazing. Well done, everyone. Good start to a session. Get you fueled and pumped up. Right, we'll start with the hard bit. We'll start with the exercise. Yay. We're going to do, what should we do? Let's do 6 exercises. Okay, I'll show you the exercise and you can do as many reps as you feel comfortable. So normally between 5 and 10 is a really good start. If you can do 5 to 10 of these, if you want to push it a bit further and go 15 to 20, you are more than welcome to, but do what's in your limit. So when your body starts to feel like it's getting tired, we must make sure that you're easing off a little bit. Okay, so here's the first exercise. We're going to do, let's move my spinner before I trip over it. We're going to do a step into a lunge and back up again, and then change feet. So it's a step forward, you kneel down and stand back up again. Now, we've got to be careful that your knee doesn't touch the floor. This knee here is going to hover off the floor. Can you see that? I'm just off your screen there. It's here, it's not on the ground. We don't want any knee injuries from you hitting the floor too hard. So we hover it there and step back up, hover there, step back up. Okay, yeah, so between 5 and 20, we'll see what you can do, guys. You ready? 5 and 20. First one, off you go.
You can run away from it all, but like a boomerang, it'll all come back. You can hang on until you fall, but even when you land, you'll be on your back. Like mannequins, all drapes and designers, have we forgotten where we come from? With bottled hopes and dreams and desires, must have forgotten that we got bills to pay, we got rules to break, we got risks to take, we got things to say, no one ever said it.
Right, well done. For this next one, we're going to go up and down on your toes, like this. Up and down again, 5 to 20. Let's go for it.
Yeah, it's okay, 'cause we got Yeah, it's okay, 'cause we got
You might want to hold on to something if you want, or you can challenge your balance and not hold on to anything. After about 10, you should really feel it starting to burn.
When we think that we know it all, like a fighter in a ring, we get knocked back.
Alright, good stuff. Okay, next one we're going to do, guys, is called, we'll sit down for the next one. Like for this one, you're going to be on your bottom and your feet flat on the floor. And what we're going to do is lay flat on your back. And using your hands, we're going to try and reach down and touch your foot one side and the other side. So we're just changing which foot we're touching, both sides. 5 to 20 touches. When you're ready.
It will be okay, but we'll find a way when there's love, and we got love. It's okay, 'cause we got love. When all is said and done, our old flames bleed and gone. Take some time to look how far we've come. Remember that we got love.
Guys, if you're just joining us, we're midway through a workout. Make sure you've had a little warm up before you follow along, just so you don't injure your bodies. Okay, so have a little run around. Get your body moving before you start joining in. You can join in as soon as you've done that. So our next exercise, guys, will stay on the floor. We're going to try lifting your legs. So a leg lift looks like this. We lay flat on your back again. And what we're going to do is lift both legs up and down. And then try and hover them just off the floor before you lift again. Now, 2 feet is quite hard. So if you want to do one and change, this is okay as well. Okay, so you might want to do one at a time, or if you want the challenge, you can try both. Okay, so 5 to 20, off you go.
I've been trying to call. I've been on my own for long enough. Maybe you can show me how to love. Maybe I'm going through a drought. You don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on with just a touch, baby. I look around, say the city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you are not.
Alright, excellent work, guys. Have a little rest. I'll see you the next one while you get your breath back. we're going to go for a skater squat. So a skater squat is on one foot. So you don't have to go all the way down unless you want the challenge. You're just going to squat down a little bit and come back up again on the one foot. And we'll do 5 to 20 on each leg. This will be quite hard to get to 20, but you can give it a go. We're all skaters, so we might have strong enough legs for that. If you want to try and get right down and up, that's an even bigger challenge. So maybe just start with halfway and see what that feels like. And then you can go a bit lower if you want to. Okay, guys? We'll do this. This is our last one, all right, guys? Last exercise. I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can sleep until I feel your touch. I said, I'm drowning in the night. Oh, but I'm like this, you're the one I miss. I'm just coming back to let you know I can never say it on the phone. They'll never let you go this time. I said, ooh, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. Yes, that's the weekend. Right, just while we're doing it, I would love to strengthen your spirals a little bit. So we're going to try a couple of exercises for your spiral while we're in workout mode. So the first one's going to be a leg lift. So this is where you can hold on to something. That would really help. We're going to lift your leg as high as you can for your spiral and then bring it back down again. Lift your leg as high as you can for the spiral and bring it back down again. Okay. I'd say we could do 10 on each leg. That should be enough. Okay, so let's give it a go when you're ready. How you love me like September. Everything I want, everything I need, I got it. You know what I want, the way you look at me. All I want. Working hard tonight. We're ready for 2021. We got this. Excellent, guys. Really, really good. Okay, just to challenge your spiral, let's see if you can hold it. We're going to do a 30-second spiral challenge on each leg. And we'll see if you can hold it for 30 seconds. So even if it's only this high, just to try and keep your balance and stay on that one foot. Okay, and if you can, hit a really nice high spiral and hold it for 30. That's even better. Okay, let's all go at the same time. I'll tell you when the 30 seconds is over. And we're going to go in 3, 2, 1. You know what I want, the way you look at me. I got it. You're the one I want, you're the one I need. All I want. You know what I want, the way you look at me. I got it. Now you got me. Now I'm trying to figure out how to get it low. Well done, everyone. Change feet. Good work. Good work. Let's go to the other side. Oh my God, this feeling's just begun. I'm saying things I've never said, doing things I've never done. Oh my God, when I see you, I shoot it right.
But I'm frozen in motion, and my head tells me to stop, feeling feelings, I feel about us. I don't know why I can't quite get you out my sight. You always just behind. These thoughts cross my mind.
Well done, guys. Really good. Right, have yourself a little rest for a second, guys. You can grab a drink and get your breath back. And we're going to do some jumps next. Like I said earlier, it's a little bit of everything tonight. I tell you what would be a good idea now while you get your breath back, guys. You can do with a pen and paper if you've got one near you. Go and grab a pen and paper for me for our session a bit later on. Don't worry if you haven't got one to hand. We don't need it just yet, it's just handy to have it near you for when we do. Izzy, we just need a pen and paper. Don't worry if you haven't got one though. Right guys, we're going to do some jumps next. I really want to just focus on jumping, jump height and some rotation. So it won't be any specific jump. We might apply it to maybe a 3 jump, just so we know you can all do it. But then it's really about the jumping rather than an actual skating jump. So try a few of these exercises. First one we're going to try is just a vertical jump. In gymnastics, they call this a straight jump. And it's to make sure that your bounce is timed with your arms coming through and you end up in the air very straight. So you end up in the air with your arms above your head, your hips pushed forward slightly, and your toes pointed. So everything in your body is going straight and long through here, okay? So we start with your arms behind and we do a very quick down up in the knee. So we don't want to pause too long here and then jump. We need to go down up and use that spring. So it's really important that you go down fast as well as up fast. Okay, so your arms are behind you. I get a quick down up and then everything comes up at the same time. To there. And we always finish your jumps with a lovely soft knee bend, really deep into the knee from there. So arms behind you, let's try it with a soft landing. Here. There, got it. Okay, for you guys that jump and we're going to land on your landing leg. Okay, so that'll, for anti-clockwise jumpers, that'll be your right foot. Or if you jump clockwise, lefties, you'll be your left foot you land on. Okay, so we do the same jump onto your landing leg. That's it. And I love to use this expression of sinking sand. Once you've landed, it's to try and sink down and see if you can get lower into your landing position. So we have your jump and you sink down. Once you've held your position, we try and get a little bit lower, sink down into the ground from there. That's a very high jump. Well done. It's really good. Okay, excellent. So we're going to build that into a rotation for exercise. First thing we're going to think about is your hips coming round, okay? So I want you all to twist the way that you'd normally jump. So for me, I jump to the left. I'm going to turn my shoulders to the way I jump. So if you think about which way you 3 jump, that'll be the way to twist your shoulders. And what we're going to do is a very small jump and let your hips turn half a turn. So watch this carefully. You'll see my shoulders stay still and my hips move. Did you see that? Through, hips, through, hips, through, hips, through, hips, through, hips. Okay, so in this exercise is about separating your shoulder twist from your hip twist. So the shoulders create a tension and then you hips move it round from there. Shoulders, hips, shoulders, hips, shoulders, hips. You got it, you got it. Looks good, guys. Well done. Well done. Good, shoulders, hips. You got it, excellent. Okay, we're gonna try for the full turn. It's gonna be the same idea. I want you to think about your shoulders going first, and then when we do the jump this time, it's all the way back to forward, and we're gonna let your hips catch up to the way you started facing. So if I face you, my shoulders go to here, about a quarter of a turn. When I jump, I end up facing the other way. So my hips have done that same hip twist that you've just felt to get me the full rotation. And what you should feel there is when you land, you're stopping the rotation because it's your hips doing it. Your shoulders naturally finish your rotation for you. So it shouldn't feel like you over rotate. It's a nice and controlled jump then. Okay, if you've got the hang of that, we're going to try and get it onto one foot, your landing leg. So we'll do a full turn, landing leg. And then sinking sand when you land. Down, 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 down. Good. Okay, I mean, we went for the full turn and you don't have to. You can do the same exercise on just half a turn. So shoulders and 1 foot landing on the half. That might be a better way to get used to it. What's actually happening there when I do the hips is my feet cross as I do it. So try this, guys. It's a useful one for you. If you go on your tiptoes slightly and you turn the way that you jump, leave your feet on the floor where they are, and you'll feel how they want to cross. They end up crossing for you. And that's our lovely in air position for your jump. So you get a nice cross leg in the air. Okay, but it's turning away, crosses your feet for you. And you can feel that when you do the hip twist, is you can feel that twisting in to that cross foot position. So I get my left arm to go back, and I do my hips. I do this cross foot action. It makes me cross my feet as I do the hips. Can you see that? Probably more obvious if I do the full turn. So as I take off, I'm already crossing. Good, good. Well done. Okay. One more thing to try, if you need to try and get more height and rotation. I'll show you this one. Be careful with this one. We always try and be careful when we're jumping. But if you're finding you need a bit more height, what I like to build into this exercise is a little bounce of both knees. So I like to do like a marching arm. So your arms are quite close to your legs. They go forward and backwards. And you'll notice this is kind of where we ended up when we jumped a minute ago, with the left arm back, or for me, the left arm back. For some of you, the right arm back. So you'll stop this bounce here when your left arm is back, or your right arm if you jump the other way. So the bounce is in time with the swing of the arms, and then I use that spring from the bounce to do my jump. So when you're ready, you decide you're going to go, and we use that. All right, guys, have a little breather, grab yourself a drink, and we're going to do some spinning. So don't worry if you haven't got a spinner. I'm going to show you some balance drills that I'd like you to try that are actual spin positions. So you can follow along. So I'll show you the balance position, and everyone else who's got a spinner will try the same position on their spinner. Okay, so I'm going to pull my spinner out. I'll show you the position first off the spinner, and then those of you that have a spinner, you can try it on the spinner. If you don't have a spinner, you can just try the balance position. I could challenge you as well by closing your eyes. If you find these balance positions too easy, that's really good. but then we want to challenge your balance if you don't have your spinner. So we'll try the position with your eyes closed if you don't have a spinner. Keep your eyes open if you are on a spinner. Right, first position is an upright position, but we're going to crouch down about halfway. So it's not quite a sit spin, it's like a crouch down upright spin. Okay, so for those of you that can already do your upright spin on your spinner, is to just see if you can lower yourself down and keep your balance just a little bit. Now, what we want to make sure on the way down is that you don't lean too far forward and get pulled forward out of that balanced position. You want to feel like your head goes straight down like an elevator. You have your arms out ready and you just hold it steady there. Okay, so we try it on the spinner if you've got one. Push into your upright and crouch down just a little bit. Okay, see if you can do it on your spinner, guys. Have a go. There, let's have a go. Has everyone got a spinner? If you don't have a spinner, try the position with your eyes closed. We do the position and then close your eyes and try and hold it. If you don't have a spinner, we'll do the balance version. If that's too easy still, if you've got a pillow near you on your bed, maybe you could pop a pillow under your foot and then try the position. It's a little bit harder to balance. You might need 2 pillows if you squash it. Depends on the pillow. Some pillows are thicker than others. Right, great work, everyone. Let's give you another balance position. Well done, Callum. That's good balance. Well done. Okay, in this spin position, we're going to try and balance with your leg out the back. So normally our upright spin would be out the front or tucked in or out to the side slightly. This one's going to be out the back, and this is to prepare you for a camel spin eventually. So it's to have that hip pushed back around there. Juliana, you can do a camel spin if you want to, if you can do it on your spinner. And Jenny Lee, are you trying camel spin? Sort of. You can give it a go if you like. Yeah. If you've got room. Yeah. So everyone else, you can just do the upright with your leg back. So I push off with this leg behind me. I'm going to try and keep it back as I spin. Okay. Through there. What I think about with this one is I push off and I turn my body away from this leg. You'll feel like I'm leaving it behind. Like that. If that right leg comes round, it will throw you out of the spin. Okay, it pushes you around and you fall forward off of it. You have to try and keep it really far behind you. Feel like you're leaving it behind almost like this. It's that kind of feeling. Okay, right, let's give you another position. So for this position, it's totally optional and please take care with it. It's just fun one to try. I would like you to try and hold your free leg. So you can hold it in front, you can hold it like a mushroom, you can hold it behind, you can hold it on the side, you could just touch it if that's enough for you, but trying to remove the free leg. So if you do this as a balance position, we try and hold it behind you and just keep your balance and then close your eyes. In your spin, whatever you're more comfortable with, this is probably the easiest one to do, is to just lift your foot like normal and try and grab your ankle from there or your knee with 2 hands, okay? Please let go of your leg if you feel a little bit unbalanced. Okay, so we start your spin and we try and get hold of your free leg. Okay, that's it. Or you try it with your eyes closed. Well done. All of this is just playing with your upright position, and it's all good to strengthen your spin overall. To play around with different ways to do it, it challenges you on your spinner and you'll end up with a much better upright overall because you've done it in so many different ways rather than just the normal way. It will challenge the the spin. So it's good for you. Okay, let's do one more position and then we'll move on. We're going to do a little bit of flexibility and then we'll get that pen and paper out that we need. Okay, so last position, let's go for, had one in my head. What are we going to do? No, it's gone. Oh yeah, that's it. Open position. So I use what I call stick men. Let me I don't know if I can share my screen for this. Okay. I do stick men, and I want to show you the first stick man that I use. So I use these stick men positions to explain how to get from the start position into your fully pulled in spin. And the first stick man is to have everything out. So your arms are straight and your leg is out to the side. Okay. Ooh, sorry. Try that again. There. Okay, so that's our first stick man, everything out. So it's like an open spin. Now, a lot of people rely on pulling in to help them balance the spin. So that it's quite a challenge to stay open. So see if you can do that. Fully open, arms and legs. Well done. We'll see how many you can do. If you're doing this as a balance position, same position, close your eyes. Always see if you can go down and up, like we did the skater squat earlier. To try and challenge that position. So if you can lower yourself down without losing your balance, that's really good. Good. All right, someone's requested backspin. So let's do backspin. Just to finish off on the spinner. My top tip for backspin on the spinner, when you push off, is to leave your foot that's on the floor to push it forward so that your spinning foot can actually cross into a nice cross-legged position. It's really important that your legs cross in a backspin so that you stay over the side that you're spinning on. So I've got one on the spinner. This leg that's on the floor, I'm going to push it forward as I go into the spin. So it crosses my foot for me. I get that cross leg position in the spin. So try and think about that when you lift your leg up. Push it straight forward in front of you. That's it. You'll feel it wraps up for you. And this is my second biggest tip for backspin, is to start small, start low and get tall. So start small, get tall. You start low and you stand up, make yourself really tall as you pull in. So instead of starting too upright here, I'll start on quite a bent knee. And as I pull in, I'm going to get taller and taller and taller as I go into the spin. Up and in. Okay. Come up and in. Really tall. Sometimes helps if you take a deep breath in as you start to pull in. It helps you to stand up. We're going to move on to a bit of flexibility. So get yourself a drink and we'll move on. So the thing with stretching, guys, is to try and hold it for between 30 seconds and a minute, ideally, when you're going for flexibility and getting more bendy. Anything less than that is really just to kind of get the blood into the muscle. So it's really good after a workout to do a short stretch. If you're going for more bendy positions, higher spirals, splits, Y-frames, Billmans, spreads, that sort of thing, is to hold it a little bit longer than most people think. So we're going to hold for 30 on each of these positions to see if we can get you a bit more bendy. We're going to stretch the leg muscles for spiral and hip muscles for spread. Just those two. So we'll keep it short and sweet because I want to have a little bit of time at the end to do some goal setting and have a little chat to you guys about your skating. I think it's important for our first session back in this new year. So I'm just trying to find a nice song for you. All right, that'll do. Okay, here's our first stretch position. We're going to do some moving ones first. You should always do a moving stretch before you do a static held stretch. So we're going to just quickly repeat the one we did earlier in your warm-up. Was a high leg kick. We did that earlier. So you can give your leg a nice high kick. And you should feel that stretches just behind your knee. You can feel that if you keep your leg nice and straight for these kicks. You'll feel that little pull. That's called a dynamic stretch. So it's a moving stretch. It's like pulling on an elastic band and releasing it again. Okay, and we'll do the same out to the back. So this time you'll feel the pull on the front of your leg. Here. Kick out nice and high. And last one, we'll go to the side. There, so you might notice we did all them as part of your warm-up. So these are good for a warm-up. And they're also good just before you do your longer static stretches. Okay, guys, so first one we're going to do is to try, let's do it on the floor. So it's nice and safe for you. From here, we're going to push your knees down onto the floor. So make sure your knees are down. Your back is nice and straight. And we're going to try and reach forward. You can hold under your legs. So if you can start behind your knee and slide down, so where it starts to feel the stretch. And for your 30 seconds that we hold it, is to try and really concentrate on making that pain go away. Okay, so it's to try and feel where your body says you need to stop, it's going to hurt, and then relax, breathe, try and relax where the pain is, and see if you can go a little bit further. And you just keep doing that for the whole 30 seconds. We just keep trying to ease off the pain and see if you can go further. It shouldn't hurt more, it should hurt less. And you'll find with a little bit of concentration, you can find a way to let that pain go and slowly get more and more reach. Okay, so let's go for the first stretch, 30 seconds. This is for your hamstrings. Here we go.
Sometimes I feel like throw my hands up in the air. I know I can count on you. Sometimes I feel like saying, Lord, I just don't care. But you've got the love I need to see me through. Sometimes it seems the going is just too rough. And things go wrong no matter what I do. Now and then it seems like the life is just too much. But you got the love I need to see me through. When food is gone, you are my daily need. Oh, when friends are gone, I know my Savior's love is real. You know it's real. All right, well done. For our next stretch, we're just going to open up your feet. Open up your legs, keep your knees flat on the floor, and we want to make sure your toes aren't turned in for this, they're actually turned slightly out. So your little toes won't be in, they'll be out to the side this way. And this is for your long hip abductors here. So we're going to do another 30 here. All we're going to do is reach forward in this position and keep pushing it, keep breathing, keep trying to relax through that pain, take the pain away, and then go a little bit further if you can. You got the love, 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 you got the love. Time after time, I think, oh Lord, what's the use? Time after time, I think it's just no good. Cause sooner or later in life, the things you love, you lose. But you've got the love I need to see me through. You got the love, you got the love, you got the love, you got the love.
those feet in. Bring your heels in as far as you're comfortable with. And we're going to try and get your knees to push down to the floor. So I think it helps to hold both feet, and you can actually press down your feet into your hands to help you get your knees lower. So I'm pushing down into my hands, and it helps me get my knees nice and low. And again, same thing, 30 seconds. We'll just breathe through and see if you can push them any lower. If you can get them to touch the floor, that is awesome as well. Stood up for this one, it's a bit easier. Hold on to a wall or a chair or a bed or something, a fireplace. And we're going to pull up your heel behind you. Everyone knows this one, or you should do. And we try and get your heel to touch your bottom, and then push your hips forward, and you'll feel that stretch on the front of your leg and slightly up to your hips. Okay, so this is our hip flexors. Let's give it a go. We're going to do 30 on each leg. Nice straight back for this one, stand up really tall. Okay, and change feet.
If you could return, don't let it burn, don't let it fade. I'm sure I'm not there, but it's just your attitude. It's tearing me apart, it's ruining every day.
Right, well done guys. Really, really good.